love, you're listening to the Didan Ashanta Podcast. I'm a resilience strategist and migrant integration specialist who has spent the last 20 years traveling, working, and studying throughout the Caribbean, North America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. As a globetrotter, I quickly learned how to bounce back from crisis and how to thrive in new and strange places. I've used my training and experience to develop a resilience-based framework, and now I help others to get over the hurdles that come with living in a foreign country. Now on this podcast, I invite you to join me on this journey of living with simplicity, joy, and resiliency. From green smoothies to goal setting, we'll cover it all. We'll talk about all the things that help us to thrive through the storm. Welcome to the Didan Ashanta Podcast. This is episode 0, where I share a little bit more about me and what you can expect from this podcast. Well, if we haven't met already, I should first of all let you know that I was born and raised in Jamaica. And after 8 years of living and working in Japan, I moved to the island of Newfoundland, which is found off the east coast of Canada. Right now, a lot of my neighbors include whales, icebergs, and even the sunken remains of the great ship, the Titanic. Yes, so that's Newfoundland, and this is where I'm based right now. And one of the things that you can definitely count on me sharing is about personal resiliency. And that's because I've been pretty obsessed with simplicity, joy, and personal resilience for maybe the last 10 or so years. And so if it is you're looking to spark joy in your life, then this is an excellent podcast for you to follow, subscribe, and share with those who you love. Now, you may be wondering, why a podcast, Didan? Well, I am going to turn 40 in the next 40 weeks. Can you imagine that? So I thought this is an excellent way to kind of celebrate the final countdown to the big 4-0. So I thought I would use this time to kind of share some of my thoughts, some of the tools that I found useful, and some of the tactics that I encourage everyone to employ as we try to cultivate and sustain our inner strength as we go through life. Now, when we talk about personal resilience, what exactly is it that you can expect from this podcast? Well, for one, I'll be sharing a lot of lessons about how you can make steady progress towards your goals, how you can build strong connections with key people, and of course, how to live strategically and intentionally, because all of this is a big part of keeping life simple, joyful, and maintaining your resilience. Now, over the next 40 weeks, I'll try my best to pick out a lot of the core lessons that I've gathered over the years and to kind of break them down with you. And I hope that this will be a two-way conversation, that I will get some feedback from you about your thoughts on the messages that I share, and even a lot of the questions that you may have. So you will be hearing a lot about setting goals, about building habits, and about how you can stay focused on the things that you appreciate and not so much on the things that you don't like. I'll be talking a lot about why we need to release the things that drain us and burden us down as we work towards our goals and try to maintain our joy. So I hope that you will be pretty engaged, interactive, and that you'll reach out with your questions, share with me your stories, your experiences, and most of all, let me know how I can help you to spark more joy in your life. Now, before we wrap up this brief episode, I want to share with you something that I really love, and I hope I can do it every week, and that is to share an African proverb. Now, this particular proverb is from East Africa, originally in the Kiswahili language, and it says, happiness requires something to do, something to love, and something to hope for. I hope you'll have a good meditation on that one, and I look forward to talking with you again soon. Thanks so much for listening, love. If you enjoyed this episode, head over to didanashanta.com. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's message. Be sure to drop your email address so I can send you some helpful resources, updates, and the occasional music video that I may have on repeat. Make sure you subscribe and spread the love with someone you care about.